Well, hello, my fellow car maulers. How you doing today? It's that time of the month again. I got my kit of the month brought to me by my mailman's. He just dropped it off just about 3 minutes ago. Or I could be lying, could have been 15 minutes ago. I don't know. But this is a special one. I hope you all had a great 4th of July weekend. It's July 5th as I'm taping this, and I just received this today. I wish I would have gotten it over the weekend. It would be cool because this is definitely a 4th of July subject. And I cannot wait to take a look at this. I've been looking forward to this one. And in this episode, it's going to be a little different than my usual, just showing what I get from the guys over at Salvinos JR Models. Their little story time, and we're going to do some comparison because this is really cool. This is a reissue kind of, really is. Let's get on to this here after the music, of course. So, Salvinos has just picked up in business, especially with the release of their very, very successful next-gen Camaros they just put out. They have been selling like crazy, and they had to hire some people. So, you know what we do at the beginning here? We're going to open this up and see if Chris did me wrong here. He doesn't do me wrong. Chris never does me wrong, but he likes to tease me and put my kid in upside down or backwards. Well, he's not doing it anymore. We got some new guys. Let's see if the new guys know how to do it right. We'll take a look. But yes, their kits have been selling on NASCAR.com. They sold out. Their deal with NASCAR and doing that next gen has just been super successful for the company, and that's really good for us who enjoy these NASCAR models, and what they have planned in the future is going to please a lot of people over time. So it's just cool. And again, a great made in the USA American company. America, yeah. Okay, ready? Let's see what happens here. Oh, look at this noise. Not only right side up, Chris. What can I say, man? The new guys are getting it done right. Look at that. It's all facing upright. They did a good job. I like these new guys. I'm sorry, I'm going to put their names right here because I can't think of it off the top of my head. Not that smart of a man, but this is a very cool 4th of July car. We'll tell you why. Those of you who are not too familiar, let me get this camera up. I'm sorry, I didn't really set it right. Let's see, we got it all. We want the whole thing in our way here. This was a kit that back in 86, I want to say, could have been 85, that Monogram first put out this very car. This is an extremely significant car. It was Richard Petty's 200th Cup win, and it was 1984 on the 4th of July. President Ronald Reagan flew in to see the race, and Richard won. I mean, you can't script that kind of garbage. It was perfect. It was so awesome, and it was such a memorable race. I remember that day really well. Later on, as I got into NASCAR, I, of course, watched that race a million times. It is quite the cool race. A lot of interesting things happened on that one. It's got a good story to it. There's so much about that race that was just amazing, which we're talking about 38 years ago. Yeah, holy mackerel. Boy, does time keep on moving. But yeah, when they announced this, you know, we find out about this stuff real early when you're in the Builders Club, and then you get these kits early. They're not out at the dealers yet. They're not. I believe you can order them from Salvinos JR Models, that website right there, and they got a special thing going. If they still have them, they had Richard Petty sign a whole bunch of these, and they're selling those, and they're on the website. I think they still have some. And of course, I did we'll look at that a little. I got some extra stuff we wanted to take a look at. But I do have an original monogram that I had Richard sign. I've showed it on this channel before in other videos. But I want to take a look at this. What makes me excited, this is a car I've wanted to do for a long time. And, I've had Actually, this would be the third issue, second reissue, because Monogram even reissued this kit. So there's some neat stuff about this. And of course, decals for this kit have been made a million times, but we've got brand new decals. And that is why I thought I'm going to finally build this model with this version, because a lot of reasons why. And just so happens, let me show you, I have a couple on hand, and we're going to take a look and compare. There's the original issue right there. And probably the biggest thing, besides the plastic, which will be interesting to look at, the decals. I got decal. We're going to compare some decals too, and we're going to compare these kits. So this could be a long-winded one, but I think you guys are going to get a kick out of this. So we're going to take a look. Here we go. Whoa! That's a surprise. That is a really big surprise. I do remember them talking about this, but they did actually pigment it in Petty Blue. And that is Petty Blue. That's going to make this comparison, because the original one was the second reissue. I never bought one, but I do have the decal sheet from the second reissue. Getting a little ahead of myself. That one, I believe, was injected in white, but this is really kind of a cool thing, because if you want to just, I can imagine with the decals, you know, let's take a look at the decals. I know they're in here, but I got all this extra stuff. Let's get this out of the way. But that was quite the reveal. I remember them talking about it, but for some reason I was thinking it was in white. Not a big deal. Like I've showed in that past when, you know, I did this. This is their Petty Blue pigmentation in the plastic with the vinyl wraps in, and I did a test thing where I painted this, and we have no bleed through. So if you want to paint it white or paint it another color, you're not going to have issues if you're not doing the Richard Petty card. But let's take a look at it. Of course, I got another set of really cool decals. So I got two sets of these. Very, very crisp, very nice, and we've got all the stripes, all the proper pinstripes and all that. I'm gonna look at a few other things. We also comes with, and I believe this kit comes with, I could be getting ahead of myself, but here's the vermilions. And the vermilions are new because they have used a different, I guess as a technique from, if you've dealt with the vermilions in the past and they wouldn't put them in the kit before, the vermilions are a new type of decal film that's a little more stretchy and a little easier to work with, and a little more, you know, works a little bit better with this stuff. So I am definitely going to use the vermilions when I build this instead of paint it, because I mean, you can't beat that. You can't. And then, ooh, they haven't done this in a while. I've got tons of these because of being in the club. That's always nice. You never have too many tire decals. You see, those are nice Goodyear tire decals right there. That's awesome. And this is what I've been waiting for. Ooh, for the special time that it is. It's not only 4th of July, people, but it is the 4th anniversary of Salvino's JR this past weekend. And that is a cool retro looking sticker. I like that. That's going on the wall of fame. I got going with all the stickers. That's pretty cool. That's worth price of admission to me. Back to this kit, you know, let me pull some of the stuff out. The glass, the tires, everything's all separate. Oh, nice big bag. I really love the looks of the Petty Blue pigmentation in this plastic. Looks pretty good. That's going to be an interesting comparison. The wonderful chrome. We got all, and there's a lot of chrome on that car, so you're going to want to keep these. One thing about this chrome, I hear people love it, they hate it. The Salvino's chrome is truly real chrome. If I took a magnet, it's magnetized. Look at that. It's real chrome. That's good, that's bad to some people. Stripping it makes it a nightmare. Quite honestly, you could scuff and paint. You could paint this. There's no need to strip it. I don't think it's a big deal, but when you want to have chrome, that's a killer chrome, because one thing I noticed using this chrome, I am not a model kit chrome fan. I've talked about how to dull the stuff where I strip it and paint it, but these wheels, when they ran these wheels back then, they were frickin' chrome. And to me, this real automotive chrome on these wheels looks way better, and we're going to do a comparison, than what the old kit plastic chrome did for you. So for this car, I'm going to love these wheels. I'll definitely use that set of wheels on this car, and the other chrome too. I'll probably shoot it with a little dull coat on some of the, like the bumper stuff and all that. And this is our invitation to the Builders Club. They always put in the kits. So all the information, you can go to the website and everything's there if you want to join up. It is really, it's growing. It is absolutely growing. Great instruction sheet. But this is what I want to look at. The decals that came with. Okay, see, this is the first kit to come standard with a set of vermilions, because as Rick said, he was never confident enough. He sold the vermilions separately. You could buy them separately in past petty kits. But this is the first time he felt a lot of confidence in this new set of decals. I am looking forward to trying these out. Just because, man, oh man, oh man. I guess they work a lot better. And then here's the rest of the decals. Colors are really dead on vibrant. You've got the side striping and all that, man. You don't have to do any painting on this. I am going to paint this car petty blue. I've got some Chrysler Corporation blue I'll probably use. A lot of people use, to me, a TS23 is a very, very close. I wish I had some I could grab right here close to me. If you're looking for some quick petty blue, that is really, really close. Let's do a little bit of comparison. First, I want to talk about the decals. I'm going to get some stuff out of the way. My desk is loaded with crap. I got no room here. And a real quick look at I think these are pretty much, I think, copies of, they used a lot of the artwork from the old Monogram, I believe. I don't know, it looks a lot like, well, you know what? We got this kit right here we're going to take a look at. Wow! That petty blue, I don't know if you can tell, over the years, it did not age well. I haven't looked at one of these kits in a long time. It's turned almost teal. I remember when these were very, very accurate to petty blue back in the 80s. I know I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. I'm pretty excited. There's a lot of things I want to show you. But I don't know if you can see this on video. Not even close. You couldn't even. And it's that hard plastic where this is just nice. I love the modern styrene. I love the styrene Salvinos uses. Same exact mold. Dead on. Everything's groovy. That one is petty blue. Now that I'm looking at this, holy cow, this is almost like green if you can see it. Anyways, yes, and might as well. What we were talking about. I'm sorry, I know I'm all over the place. Just bear with me. I'm wanting to show you guys a lot of stuff. I think it's pretty cool. Let's pull out the Salvinos chrome. Now, something Monogram used to do with the race cars, they did tone the chrome down. They used to shoot a dull coat over them, which was cool, but I think it ruined the wheels, and I hope that there's just man, look at the difference. The wheels, yes, I'm all for this chrome on those wheels. I'm going to use those wheels. That's nice to know with these Salvinos kits you want to do. In early 80s, I can't remember if it was 85 or 86 when NASCAR outlawed chrome. I believe there actually was in the rule book you couldn't have chrome anymore, probably about 85, 86. But when you want to do a chrome wheeled early 80s NASCAR race car, those are the wheels to use. Look at how toyish that looks. Just everything. Wow. Comparisons. I like the way the valve covers look too. I'm curious what this chrome looks like dulled too. I bet you it looks better than this. Anyway, so this is what I really want to look at. We might look at some more of that. We'll see how we go with this video. Look at these decals. Monogram, back in the day, their first run of this, they gave you the vermilion, and they did pretty good with the vermilion. Pretty good.
You're watching the Luka Cee channel on YouTube.
I don't know if this translates on the video. Look at Salvinos. This is way better. I was always impressed with this decal sheet back in the day. I even I got a hood done once, and I used this hood decal, and it looks really good. But, you know, and then over years, I mean, they used to be very white, but there was always issues with the white bleed through. Here we got also the white blocking, so when you lay your white down, you're going to have a better, you know, better chance of not having any bleed through. But man, you can't beat that vermilion. And now you've got it on the sides. Before, you had to paint the side bottom of the car. You didn't have any decals to lay down. And let's take a look. Comparison of all the artwork too. There's a lot more stuff going on here. You got a lot more things, but it's got all the proper markings. It looks like you have all your fender markings are all in the correct spots, but they're a heck of a lot more crisp. I know they can't do, I can't read that, but it just says NASCAR Cup Series now right there, where back in the day, it was really the real car had Winston. You're going to have to outsource that. I'm sure if you got a lot of decals, and there's a lot of guys that have decals, if you really want to do an accurate replica, you're going to have to not use that. This is a legal matter. There was no choice. Earlier Salvinos kits, like up into very recent, had the proper Winston decal on there. They had to change this. It was a legal thing. Other than that, dead on, perfect, exact. You've got all the correct markings. Now, I want to tell you something. I'm going to switch another gear here. If you have not watched this video from Mark Batson, he just put this video out this past weekend where he went and did a couple of times walk-arounds of the actual car. And you can see proper placement, because when that car, after that race, it never raced again. It's never been restored. It's been at the Smithsonian. It's been at different museums. I think the Winston Museum in North Carolina, and it was now at Petty Enterprises. And Mark has seen it a couple of times, and he walked around it and discovered some things that a lot of us didn't even realize. Some really cool stuff that can help you build a real accurate model, which I gotta say, this kit is extremely accurate, because at this time, the chassis that's in the kit too, a Mike Laughlin chassis, is what Richard was running with Curb. He wasn't with Petty Enterprises at the time. It's another thing. This was a win that he did with Curb Racing. So he was driving for Mike Curb at the time. So it was a totally different car. It wasn't a Petty Enterprises car. And so it is a very, very cool video. You got to check it out. You're going to really, really get a kick out of it. He's got extra pictures with the hood up even. So go check Mark's. And if you haven't watched any of Mark Batson's, that's HobbyDude007. If you haven't watched any of his videos or checked his channel out, you need to, and you need to sub to that guy. He does some great modeling and great videos. All right, Mark, I'm done with you. I plugged you. We're finished. I paid you off. So let's take a look real quick. Yeah, it looks like they use the same artwork. It looks, let's get this, come on. Which is interesting. It's cleaned up, it looks good, but yeah, it's the same artwork as the old monogram. I got this, you know, nostalgia-wise, I love these old monogram instructions, but Salvinos did a really good job, and they put a nice picture of the car on the instructions. But yeah, it's all the same. And look at how yellow this is. That's 40-year-old, 35-year-old kit. Those were the other kits that were available at the time. I mean, I remember the last time I looked at this, it wasn't that green. It was pretty, I mean, from what I'm looking at through the camera, I hope this really translates. And if you have this old kit, you got to go take a look at it and tell me in the comments below if you have this old kit, if it's that frickin' green now. It's like a turquoise, a dark turquoise. Well, it is what it is. They're old kits. The old monogram box art. There's that artist that I did a talk about in a video in the past. Just, I love that box art. That was really cool box art. But now we got a picture of the actual car on the cover. So something else I got to show you. So I told you about another issue that Monogram did of this car. I don't have that kit, but I happen to have the decals. And these are Revell Monogram 1998 is when they reissued that. Petty 200th win. That's it. I've only stole one Goodyear decal away from it. There's the original. 1985. Okay, the original kit came out in 1985. Then we got 1998. And then we've got Mike's decals over there. Basically power slide decals. Whammo, whammo. Yeah. Things get better. Not too shabby. But wait, there's more. Check this out to do this car. Slicks came out with it years and years ago. Whammo. You had Slicks decals too. Still better. It looks like they kind of followed Slicks when they did the, well, no, wrong one. Followed who? Yeah, okay. Monogram second run. They were still trying to keep that vermilion going, but they didn't do as well. This was a little bit too dark. Didn't look so good. And they gave you a little bit more, but yeah, it didn't do the trick. And then Slicks didn't worry about vermilion. They just gave you all the proper markings, somewhat. There's some missing stuff on that. These were great back in the day. Original. Second run from Monogram. Revell Monogram. But we're winning here. Mike's again over at Power Slide. Knocks it right out of the ballpark. And we're winning with what we get today. Man, this hobby is just so much better than it used to be. It's getting better. We just get better stuff. Everything's better. Better. So, well, I'm sorry. I was all over the place on this video, but I was just excited. I'm excited about this. I'm excited. Yay. I want to build this. I really want to build this bad, but I got so many other projects going that I got to get done for you guys. You want me to get done with, and we're working on them. I'm working on a very interesting NASCAR project right now that I hope to be showing you in a couple days. But I really want to do this car now, badly. I will be using this kit, and I'm going to paint it though. I want to paint it, and I'm going to watch Mark Batson's video that he did of the walk around of this car. That just makes everything better. Look at that. Isn't that cool? That is a nice picture. Yep, that is the picture of the car that weekend, 4th of July, 1984 weekend. So you got a very good look right across. And remember, and you see in that great walk around video that Hobby Dude 007, Mark Batson did, see that? That net right there was a maroon. It was like a dark maroon, which is little details, little things you never see when people have built this car in the past. There's tons of those details you'll see in Mark's video. Pretty cool. So there you guys go. Let's see, what do we got on this side? There's other kits that this wonderful manufacturer puts out. They do a lot of Petty cars because they have a relationship with STP and Petty that it's actually family. So I know some people go, oh, another Petty car. Well, if you're into NASCAR, how can you not? Well, I guess there were people that did. Well, so what? So what? You can build whatever you want. You go over to Mike's Decals, you get yourself a different set of power slides. There's a ton of Pontiacs that you can build. Really cool Pontiacs. We're going to be doing a restoration on this dusty old girl right here. I built this thing from a Petty kit back in the late 80s, early 90s. And there were no decals available for that car. I had to make them, except there were some 2s from J&J Decals. But look at how filthy that is. We're going to do a restoration build on this. But these Pontiacs are they're really like one of my favorite of the square cars. I love that look of the front end. It's just a cool car. There were a lot of teams that ran these cars, and it has been I think this is only the second Pontiac notchback, early 80s Pontiac that Salvinos has put out. They did Richard Petty's 83 car, I believe. Yeah, man. So many cars you could build with this kit. These will be out shortly. If you're a dealer that you like to deal with doesn't have them yet, they will very shortly. Go on. You want to build a NASCAR Pontiac, this is a kit to get. Okay, long-winded. Sorry, I went a long time with this, but I had a lot of things to say and tell you guys I was excited about this kit, you can tell. Thanks a bunch for watching. If you're on the fence to join the Builders Club, please go over to salvinosjrmodels.com, check into it, look into it. You can try it out. You know, you're not committed to stay. If you do it 1 month and go decide, you know, I don't think this is for me, fine. But boy, you not only get a kit, you get a few sets of decals, you get a really cool sticker every month from them. It's always something different. It's always nice to have extra decals, especially Vermilions, because you never know when you're going to mess them up. They're a great bunch of guys. It's a great company. It's the American dream, man. They're doing so well. Who thought? Here they are. 4 years. 4 years they've been going. Well, they were going longer than that, but they hit the market 4 years ago this past weekend. I believe it was either 4th or 5th. Today could be the day. I don't know. Tell me in the comments below, Jim, Rick. But you also get to be on the Builders Club group, which is awesome, man. That is a great Facebook group about modeling. And there's all kinds of modeling, not just the Salvinos kits. Mostly NASCAR, but the guys talk about everything. I'm getting excited. Okay, all right, let's wrap this up. I, gotta put this all together for you guys and do my thing. We will see you in the next video. Thanks a bunch for watching. And you know what we say here? One of the many things we say here is go build model cars. Why is that? 'Cause they're fun. Here's the producers.